Good evening, woodblock printmaker David Bull speaking to you again from my Tokyo workroom. Our update today is going to be a bit of a mixed bag. This is not going to be one of those videos that shows you the process of a print from start to finish. I'm sorry for those of you who are waiting for the next one of those. This is going to be a bit of a status update on some of the projects that are going on. But before I tell you about that, I guess I should perhaps explain what this is all about. We took delivery yesterday. This is a beautiful new sign. It's going to be going up outside on the east wall of the building. A lot of our neighbors don't actually even know what we do here, and we figured it's about time to make sure they know. It says, for those of you who don't read Japanese, it says Moku Han Kan, and it announces the presence of our workshop. It's actually quite a big deal, I guess. When they talk about people hanging out their shingle, it's sort of the start of a new business, and I've avoided putting up much of a sign up until now, but it seems that our business really is getting into quite a stable situation, and it's time to say, what the heck, let's do it. Let's hang our shingle out and really show the people what we're going to be doing here. Anyway, on with the updates. The first part of this update message is mostly of interest to the people who backed us on Kickstarter last year, because, drum roll please, where we're at is the third of our Ukiyoe Heroes prints is now done. It's signed, sealed, finished. Well, actually it's not signed, sealed yet. It's going over to Jed for that. But from our part, we finished now the last 220 copies. I wanted to show you the big flip stack here, but I didn't have a chance to do it because Yasui-san, our printer lady, she wrapped them up this morning and they're on the way to Jed. And she said, you can just show the people the post office receipt. That's a lot of good, I'm sure. But what I did do before she wrapped them up is I got them out on the desk and took some video. Let's have a look and see what they look like.
There are 220 prints in this batch, and that's more than enough to cover all the outstanding Kickstarter orders, plus what's come in from Jed's website since the end of the campaign. They've turned out very well. Jed's drawing style is simple and clean, but once our printers get through with it, there's plenty of depth to these things. The embossment at the bottom left of all our Heroes prints shows the printer's name. The one on the left here is myself, the one in the middle was done by young Tetsui-san, and the one on the right is an example of a print done by Numabe-san. Before we packed them today, Yasui-san and I trimmed everything all to an exact size, ready for Jed to mount on the backboards. So here are the prints finished so far: Rickshaw Cart, Fox Moon, and The Hero Rests. What a great set of prints this is going to be by the time we're finished.
So that's the third print in our Ukiyoe Heroes series, all wrapped up and ready. The next one is going to be the one Jed calls Infestation. It's the design of Samus battling some Metroids. I haven't begun it yet. This week I'm busy with my own subscription print, getting that printing finished. But as soon as I've finished that work, out comes a fresh wood block, and I'll get busy on Jed's design. So the next video, it'll be a few weeks from now, it'll show the first carving on that, right through the color blocks until the printing starts. But that'll be a few weeks away. The next part of this update message is all about our Chibi Heroes project. And in fact, that's where I'm sitting right now at one of the workbenches. One of the ladies left early this evening because her kid called from the daycare center and she left her wood block sitting here. It's one of the blocks for one of the Chibi Heroes prints. You can see actually she had a color sample sitting by here when she was working. The series has gone crazy. It's so much fun. We're all enjoying ourselves. We're getting tons of orders from all over the world. I got to put on the website, I guess, a list of countries. We've got like 40 countries now these different prints are going to. And we're having such fun making these things. The camera's a bit far away. Tell you what, rather than try and shoot from there, let me get the camera off the stand, put it on the bench, and show you what these things look like close up. Just a minute, please.
They look, in a word, gorgeous. Rich, deep pigments on a beautiful, soft, white, fluffy paper. And it's just an unbeatable combination. I'm storing my own personal collection in a little stamp album I got from Amazon. It's perfect. There's 12 pages, which is going to be enough for the 2 prints each month that come for the rest of this year. And whoops, nope, no farther. The next 2 prints are still under wraps.
So there's the 10 prints in the series to date, and the next 2 will be visible on the website in a couple of weeks from now. In fact, these chibis have taken over so much of our life, we're thinking we shouldn't have called ourselves Mocha Hong Kong, we should have called ourselves House of Chibi or something. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see where it goes from here. Now, for the third part of this update message is something a little bit different. This is not related to either Ukiyoe Heroes or the Chibi Heroes, but I'm long overdue at introducing you to some of the people who are working here and showing you some of the other projects that are going on other than the Ukiyoe Heroes project. And Ayumi-san, our youngest printer, she finished just this afternoon. These are the drying boards where the prints are pressed. She just finished this afternoon the latest print she's made for us. And really, I'm really so happy with it. It's a small, what they call in Japanese, a hagaki size print. It's a small postcard size print. And it's a design that I issued myself in my Hanga treasure chest about 10 years ago or so. I tell you, actually, this is, honestly speaking, this is a little bit scary. This girl is 19 years old. She came to us last summer. She came out of high school in the spring, wasn't quite sure what to do, came to us sometime in the summer. And she's only actually been here 3 days a week maximum, 2 days most weeks. And this is where she's come. The work here is absolutely, totally professional work. And on her own, she wouldn't be able to do this, but with the support that we can provide her, you know, the tools and blocks and advice and the support system of the whole workshop, she's already able to do completely professional work on a fairly small scale. She can't make 200 copies of stuff yet. She just doesn't have the stamina or the ability to keep the car in the middle of the road yet. But within the scope of the jobs we've been able to give her, I know she's done a fabulous job. And I said earlier in a blog post on my website somewhere that when we actually get our real workshop going with lots of people, I want a big sign on one wall that's not visible by the customers to the workshop, but that will be visible to every one of the people in the workshop. And the sign is going to say, it'll be in Japanese, but the content will be, it is the goal of every workman in this room to make David the least capable workman. I don't know how to phrase that very well. It is the goal of every craftsman here to make David into the worst craftsman in the building. You see what I'm getting at? I know I'm still so much better than these guys. I've got 30 years of experience here, but I'm not trying to be the sensei, and these guys aren't supposed to challenge me. I want everybody here to be better than I am. It's an open goal, and I tell you, it's happening. It's happening. They can't all do this, but Ayumi-san can, and if we can find a few more like her, then there's no end to where we can go. There's no limit to where we can go. And so those are the 3 things that I really specifically wanted to talk about this evening. There's so much else going on here that we could do. There's 4 other women working here. I've got to show you a video of them, the prints they're making. I haven't shown anything about my own work going on in my corner. I think I'm making a very nice print this month, but nobody's seeing it just yet. And of course, we want to make more process videos. People are loving those, and get some good close-up work with this beautiful new camera and to show how the prints are made. What can I say? We're getting through as much of this as we possibly can, and thank you for those of you who are waiting for prints. Thank you for your patience, and thanks for all those who send us support messages and emails. And we just get a ton of interesting emails, and people love to see what we're doing, and it's really heartening and encouraging to have the support and feedback from people all over the world. So I'm sorry, it's been a bit of a mixed up message tonight, and hopefully the next one will be a bit more practical, a bit more beautiful printmaking video to show you. But for tonight, I think I'll sign off there, and usual. Thank you very much for supporting us, and thank you for watching, and good night for now.